Before we get into what the law of attraction is and how we can best utilize that to co-create our best or dream life, we need to go through what I call a calibration of the mind. We need to edit the filters that aid us in perceiving or creating our reality as we understand it. I call this deconstructing the materialist worldview. And what I mean by this is that we need to take apart some of the myths that we have accepted or collectively agreed upon about reality. Now, I want to preface this and disclaim that I am not an expert in quantum mechanics or quantum theory, or do I fully even understand the massive complexities that are involved there. I don't. But what I do know is that scientists and scientific communicators have been telling us for some time now that the world, or our reality, is primarily based in energy. And although the material realm is very verifiable, even by our own five senses, and through scientific testing and instruments that are used in scientific testing, that it's not the whole kit and caboodle, if you will. And what I'm getting at here is that if our world is not as fixed or set in stone, then it must be mutable, and it must be consistently, actively changing or in flux or flow at all times. Right there is an important distinction to make, because often we perceive the world as fixed or material, set in stone. And the only way to change it is to utilize our physical gifts, our bodies, to change those outcomes. But is that necessarily the case? If the world is based primarily in energy, in vibrations and waves, then isn't there another way that we can impact the world? The idea here is that if things are fixed and that we have little to no control or influence over events or the things that happen to us, then we're living in a disempowering belief system. And if we live in a disempowered belief system, then we have little to no chance to change our reality or how we perceive it. As long as we remain beholden to the idea that the world dictates reality to us, we can never become the masters of our own reality. And that's really what this course is about. This is about regaining your control of the perceptual filters that forge your worldview. I want you to think about what we're trying to get at here. Our ability to co-create our lives depends directly on how we perceive reality. If we perceive reality as a fixed reality, set in stone, with a set of natural laws that never change, never shift, and that we have full understanding over, then we have permanently locked ourselves in a prison, a mental prison. If we act from this disempowered state, we can never achieve our best life. If the world is made of both matter and energy, then which is more relevant in the pursuit of creating a better life? And what I'm talking about here is material construction versus energetic perception. Now, we can directly, physically, with our own hands, begin to change our life. And that is part of what this course will teach you. But in order to do that, we need to change the way that we perceive the energy that is going on around us at all times through all parts of our lives.